And topping our news this morning, Vice President Biden has strong words for ISIS terrorists, a promise they'll pay for killing 2 Americans.
We take care of those who are grieving, and when that's finished, they should know we will follow them to the gates of hell until they are brought to justice, because hell is where they will reside.
Biden says the U.S. is not frightened or intimidated by ISIS and will continue airstrikes to slow down the terror group. And the family of Steven Sotloff, the journalist slain by ISIS militants, says Sotloff was determined to portray the suffering of people living in war zones, and he devoted his life to that goal. And even though he was murdered by terrorists, his family says they won't let ISIS frighten them.
We will not allow our enemies to hold us hostage with the sole weapons they possess: fear.
Hundreds of students gathered at the University of Central Florida to honor Sotloff's memory, the same college he attended. He left to cover the crisis in Syria as a freelance journalist. According to a family friend, Sotloff wanted to give a voice to the weak and suffering in the Arab world. Early this morning, NATO leaders gathered in Wales for a high-stakes summit of the military alliance. Their dominant focus, the crisis in Ukraine and the rise in threat of ISIS.
I do believe the international community as a whole has an obligation to stop the Islamic State from advancing further.
Both President Obama and Prime Minister Cameron suggest NATO play a role in containing the militants, but neither one have expressed specific action they seek from the alliance. And in a chilling new video released, the head of al-Qaeda says his group has expanded into the Indian subcontinent. The leader says al-Qaeda has been preparing for years to set up in India. While the statement referred to the Indian subcontinent, al-Qaeda has long been active in Pakistan. His comments were widely seen as directed at India, a predominantly Hindu nation with a large Muslim minority. And in Ferguson, Missouri, police are under fire. This morning, the U.S. Justice Department has started an investigation into the practices of the police department following an officer shooting last month of an unarmed black man. The investigation will look at the police department's practices such as stops, arrests, use of force, and training. The deadly August 9th shooting sparked violent protest in the St. Louis suburb, highlighting the racial divide in Ferguson, a majority black community.